Welcome to Sylvia's Home Kitchen. Today you're going to learn how to make bread the easy way. This recipe is enough to make 2 loaves of bread. First, weigh out 1.1 kgs of bread flour. If you prefer, you can add or substitute some whole wheat flour instead of white bread flour. Sift your flour with 1 teaspoon of salt and 3 to 4 tablespoons of caster sugar into a mixing bowl. Then add 10 grams of instant yeast and stir in. Okay, now add 3 to 4 tablespoons of sunflower oil or olive oil, or you could use melted butter if you like. Switch on the machine and now add your lukewarm water. And keep adding, don't add too much, a little bit at a time until you get the right consistency and it cleans the side of the bowl. But be careful because it can be a bit deceiving in the machine, so just keep mixing. If you find it's a little bit too sticky, just add a little bit of flour until it cleans the side of the bowl. So it's not a train smash if you've actually added too much water, but just make sure you add enough, because if you make very stiff dough, it's very dry bread, so you want nice moist bread. So there's always a way to fix it. You don't have to stress about it. Into a floured surface and knead until it's no longer sticky. Now you're going to set your dough to rise. Cook into your bowl and put your dough into the grease bowl. Alternatively, you can oil your bowl with some oil. Now set your oven at 200 degrees for 2 minutes. Then switch it off and put your bowl into the oven for 50 minutes. Until it's doubled in size. Spray your pans out onto your floured board and knead. The more you knead the dough, the better your bread will be. Okay, now is the time to cut your dough in half. Weigh it on the scale to make sure they're evenly in weight. And then shape and place into your bread pans. Brush the top of your dough with some oil and leave it to rise for about 20 minutes. Then set your oven at 180. Always remember, don't let your bread rise for too long. If you leave it to rise for too long, then it's going to end up being crumbly and break when you cut it. As you can see, the bread has risen nicely, so now it's time to put the bread into the oven. When your oven is ready, bake your bread for 20 minutes. Or if you're using a gas oven, bake until it's nicely browned. Have a rack prepared. I have a special towel that I wrap my bread in after baking. Don't leave it in the pans because it tends to go soggy, so it's best to take it out and wrap it in a dish towel, but guaranteed that bread won't last long. There's nothing like hot bread with butter, and before you know it, the first loaf is gone. So this is when you will realize just how popular homemade bread really is. Enjoy. As you can see, the texture of the bread is very nice, so when you cut it, it doesn't break and get crumbly. It means you've left it for the perfect rising period. So you can't go out and do some gardening while you're making bread, because if you leave the bread to rise for too long in the pans, then it will just break when